All right, so you guys have heard my, probably heard my analogy in the past about your tools, okay, and the tools that you carry in your tool bag. If you haven't heard it, I'll just give you the Reader's Digest condensed version. As real estate agents, our clients have issues, have problems that need to be solved. The way to solve those is tools. You want to have those tools in your kit bag. If you're like me and you're doing something on your car or you're doing a project in your garage and you need something, you need a tool, that's the last time you need to discover that's when you need it, is when you're in the middle of the project. So you need to load up your tool bag beforehand, okay? At least that's the excuse I have for my wife when it comes to Christmas time and going to Home Depot, okay? But the same is true in your business. You need to have the solutions, and a lot of those are provided by our vendor partners. Easy buy, easy sell is the way we've kind of branded them, if you will, but a lot of them are just other companies, other vendors, and the fact that you guys know about them, that we teach them to you, that you have them available to you, makes you a better realtor. I'm just going to tell you straight up. So the time to be able to be versed in these is now, and not when you need them. Oftentimes it's too late at that point. So there's been a lot of changes with Easy Buy, Easy Sell. There's been new promotions that have come out with some of our vendor partners. Today is just about keeping you updated on what those are and how they work, okay? So if any of these are not familiar to you, if you hear a name and it doesn't make any sense, then it's time to go research it, put it in your tool bag. All right, Divi is one of our strategic partners that allows you the solution of being able to put somebody in a home that will be a rental in the longer term for, and I think it's a lease to lease with an option to buy type scenario. Okay, Divi is running a promotion that they're excited to announce. They're doing $1,000 off rent for any offer that is accepted in this month. Okay. So that's the promotion for your client that you're trying to put into the home. Keep in mind, when you buy the home through Divi, you're earning your full 3% commission, okay? Your client's getting this promotion or this money, $1,000 off their rent, okay? So that's just one, okay? Then there's the promotion for you, the agent. They're doing a $1,000 bonus for any referring two clients. So get two clients fully approved through this month, and you receive $1,000 as a thank you. Pretty amazing, right?
Do they have to complete a transaction or just get approved?
Get approved. According to what this is, fully approved. Okay? So it could close next month, but you're still going to get your money. All right? These are awesome. Divi has a training program. If you're not familiar with them, you get online, you register as an agent, you invite your clients to participate and submit an application. But again, it's a tool that I think you have to do maybe a webinar. You might have to do a 20-question quiz, something along those lines, to get certified as an agent to do business with them. It's fairly simple. But again, do it now. Don't do it when you finally have that client. Okay?
Does the client offer also for just being approved, or do they have to be in October?
I don't think they have to be in.
Okay.
They just have to be approved. Okay? Home Partners of America is another one. I've done, I think 2 transactions with Home Partners of America, and I have a family member that is currently pre-approved through Home Partners of America. And this program that they're about to announce is actually answering one of the biggest problems that they had with that. Home Partners of America is a great program, lease with an option to buy. The biggest issue with Home Partners is the rents are pretty high, and the purchase price when they're ready to buy that home is also fairly high. It's whatever the sales price of the house that they agreed to at the time of the purchase, but it increases with a couple of percentage points every single year for the next 5 years. They can lease it with a 1-year lease, renewable 5 times, but the price goes up every year, okay? That's been the biggest criticism about their program. What they've got now is their choice lease program, which there's only 4 markets they're doing this in, and Atlanta is one of them. And it is specifically designed for moderate income households with their budget, their timeline, all that kind of good stuff. How's it different? The initial rents are approximately 10% lower with a decreased right to purchase amounts and escalation rates. Okay, so more geared towards moderate family incomes, and to be honest with you, that's your target with these types of programs anyway, is the people that are struggling, they want to get in a certain area for a certain school, but don't have the ability to do so right now. Okay, this is kind of like try it and buy it later. You had a question, Tom?
Yeah, and again, their program is in select high schools, right?
Yeah, their criteria is based off of the high school, but it's fairly easy to get on their map and set up and look for other homes in that area, and you can even set them up on a search within that area and send them homes just like you would on FMLS or your CRM. Okay. All right. So let's learn a few details about this one.
Welcome to Choice Lease, Home Partners' newest program designed to help moderate income households get into a home they love in a neighborhood they want. Many hope to own a home but don't have the down payment, required work history, or there's a different factor that is keeping them from buying today. Choice Lease is their path to a great home. What makes Choice Lease different from our core lease purchase program? Choice Lease initial rents are approximately 10% lower with decreased right to purchase amounts and escalation rates. Choice Lease is currently operating in 4 metros: Charlotte, Tampa, Atlanta, and Phoenix. We aren't stopping there and plan to expand the program into new markets soon. For the success of Choice Lease residents, prospective applicants must meet our gross annual income and FICO score requirements. First, their annual gross household income is equal to or below $69,000 a year in Atlanta, $68,000 a year in Charlotte, $64,000 a year in Phoenix, and $60,000 a year in Tampa. Second, their weighted average FICO score is equal to or greater than 620. If an applicant meets income and FICO requirements, they are directed to apply for Choice Lease. After approval, they can access the special rent and right to purchase prices on our websites. It's that easy. Similar to the lease purchase program, Choice Lease applicants work with a real estate agent to find a great home listed for sale that meets our criteria. After move-in, Choice Lease residents receive a free financial counseling session with GreenPath Financial Wellness to prepare their finances for the future. We believe Choice Lease will empower moderate-income households to become homeowners. Our approach to real estate starts with them, their budget, their timeline, and their goals. We look forward to welcoming people onto the path to homeownership with Choice Lease.
Okay, any questions on that one?
If someone has previously applied with Home Partners but chose not to pursue it for any reason, can they reapply?
I would imagine so. I think it would probably depend upon their credit score, because I know their minimum credit score is like 550. For this program, it's 620. So there's probably a lot of people that are eliminated simply by that criteria. But it's absolutely worth a shot. I looked on their website this morning and was looking for some marketing stuff. Usually got great marketing materials that you can figure out, okay, and send some details on the Choice Leased. And I couldn't find anything right off the top of my head, but I didn't have a chance to look very heavily. So that might be something you might want to look into. All right. Okay. Did I skip one? I didn't. Okay, so Knock is one of our easy buy vendors, okay? Knock's business model, they now have 2. Previously, Knock they want to be your lender, and they want to use the collateral in a home that they have to sell to be able to bridge to the new property that they want to buy, okay? And so that was a great program if you had somebody that had a home to sell. But what if you had a client that had didn't have a home to sell, but was still looking for a way to plus up their offer? So Ribbon was the other vendor that we had that would allow somebody to present a cash offer, okay? Because they would back the offer with their cash. Knock took a page from Ribbon and basically created a new program called Knock Go, which is essentially the exact same thing as Ribbon. However, from what I can tell, the fees are much, much lower for Knock's program than they are for Ribbon's. Okay? Ribbon is predicated on them having a pre-approval letter with any lender. You can do it with Greg, you can do it with somebody that you know, whatever the case may be. All you got to do is present your pre-approval letter to Ribbon, and you're off to the races. Then you can go shopping for homes. Knock, they want you to pre-qualify. They're the lender, all right? And that's why I think their fees can be lower, because they're going to make some money off of the title work and the origination fees and things like that. So it is simply just this. It's a cash-backed offer. There is appraisal protection built in. So you get your client pre-approved. You go out shopping for a house. You submit the house to Knock the same way you do to Ribbon. They do, for lack of a better term, a desktop appraisal to determine that, okay, the list price is $300. They'll back your offer for cash up to $320. And they will cover that appraisal gap if the appraisal comes in somewhere below, okay? And there's zero extra fees. There's only one fee involved in their program, which we're going to talk about here. Here's basically how it works. You get pre-approved, start making cash-backed offers, close and move in. I mean, it is very, very simple. Their fees, if you look, $14.50. Okay, the same program with Ribbon would cost 1% of the sales price of the house. So if you're doing a $400,000 house, you're talking about $4,000. $1,400, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay? If your client has a property to sell, then the other option would be a typical Knock home swap, which is, again, using basically the collateral in the old house to bridge to the new. I feel like I've lost y'all. These are complicated programs, and I'd love to make it easy for you. It's not. It's trying to tailor solutions to unique problems.
Let's say that you're going to do a house swap, and the house that you're swapping, even though it's got a pretty good amount of equity, it's not subpar, it just needs repairs and these things to make it more marketable. What's their opinion on that?
Knock home swap, if they've got good equity in it, you can pull out some of that equity to be able to, one, use for a down payment for the new property, and they will also give you a certain amount of that equity for repairs. So if you need...
Repairs? Do they do any of the repairs? Do they go in and...
Nope, they give them to you. You do it on your own, but they can value, they look at it and they're like, well, the home is going to be more marketable and get a higher price if we get paint and flooring done. So if somebody's cash strapped but has equity in the home, that's a great way to do it. Okay, I've got a home swap that's in the works right now that I just started. I'm going to do the home evaluation early next week. So let you know how it goes. All right. Ribbon is the other one, and I kind of talked about it in very, very vague and general terms earlier, but basically Ribbon is the same as Knock Go. They're basically the same, and it's simply this graphic right here, if you will, is the easiest one to go through. Their offer gets accepted. Once the inspection period is completed, the closing date is guaranteed, and they have two options. If your client ends up closing with your lender, it's at 1%. So again, up to $4,000 for a $400,000 house. Or if Ribbon does end up buying the home and putting your people in it as a rental for a period of time, they're not only paying the rent, but they're paying the between 2.0 and 2.75. I think it's 2.4 for Atlanta Metro. Yeah. Okay. And then while you're in this rent for up to 180 days, that's when you're selling their other property. Okay? Questions? Okay, couple of easy sell updates. So if you've gotten any of the offer pad offers back for unlisted properties, I think their service fee is generally about 5%. Okay, guess what? Your 3% is already included in that. That's only for OfferPad. All right, doesn't absolve you of getting either the authorization to show an unlisted property or a listing agreement, whichever seems the most appropriate for your situation. You still need to do that, which would guarantee you that 3%. But essentially, once if it's an offer that they select, yeah, buddy, you can cash in on 6%. All right. There is an agent in our midst who, on a $400,000 house, got 6% plus a $1,000 bonus. No, they got 6% plus $5,000 because this was like their fifth one. So, I mean, yeah. Okay, so if OfferPad is the one that they select, OfferPad's going to pay the 3% to you, plus you've already got 3% that the seller is paying. That makes 6. Plus, if you do multiple transactions with them, they have a bonus structure, and I think he had 5 transactions. They gave him $5,000. Yeah, cash in, buddy. Okay, I think it was like a $400,000 house. He ended up making like $18,000 on that single transaction. It's pretty amazing. Okay, and Open Door. They are also paying an additional 1% referral fee above and beyond your 3% that you've already written in either your listing agreement or your authorization to show unlisted. And they're doing 3 or more transactions, $5,000. Okay. Honestly, I had the conversation with Dwayne. We were trying to figure out, I would love to have a chart that has all of these promos, but literally, folks, they change from one week to the next. So it would, the best thing I can tell you, come talk to us at the time you've got one in the works, and we'll give you the update on what these deals entail. Okay? What questions do you have? $20 minutes.
On the like knock and ribbon, are there caps? Like, you know, with easy sell, it seems like there's some caps of what would really be a candidate.
Yeah. Yes. Ribbon is, I think, capped out at about $700,000 in terms of price point. I will tell you from personal experience, I did a ribbon with somebody that was shopping in that price point. If we were in the $400,000 price point, you'd submit the property to Ribbon and you'd get back, okay, we'll back your offer up to $420,000. When I submitted a $700,000 property, they would back it up to $680,000. So they become very risk averse at those higher price points. So, you know, it depends on the area, it depends on the property, it depends on the time frame. I wouldn't say don't offer it as a solution to your client based off of those criteria. Try it. You may be surprised at the results. Okay? But it is a fair statement that they have a certain buy box where their model makes the most money. At the higher end of that range is a little bit more risky for them, so that is reflected in their cash offer backing what they'll back. Okay? All right, that's all I got for y'all. Thanks for having.